Long shot.
Requesting recon.
UAV entering the AO. Securing Bravo. Signal lost. UAV's down. Bravo secure.
Let's go. And that is
Enemy in position B. Bravo.
I need him. Oh my god. Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome back to another video. As you can see by the title, we finally unlocked Damascus. I cannot tell you how many hours of grinding it took me, but so this video is pretty much not really going to be about me unlocking Damascus. It's going to be some any little tips and tricks that I got that might help you not take as long as it took me to unlock it. So my very first tip, obviously, small map mosh pits. Anytime there is a shipments, rust, shoot house, or a mix of those three in a mosh pit on here, you got to take advantage of it, because to grind out all them camos, all those kills, really to be as efficient as possible, you need to get as many kills and unlock as many camos per match as you can. So that's going to be easily the number one tip. But let's go ahead and look at the weapons, and we'll talk about it a little. Starting with assault rifles. So all the guns are really good. So the thing about ARs is, again, on those small map mosh pits, you're going to want to grind these out, because the thing about these is they're not hard, but the amount of kills that you need is going to take you a while. So just on the first set of camos for each gun, it's 800 kills per gun. 800 kills, and that's just for that. So just the time it's going to take for you to unlock everything is going to now a tip that I have for the ARs, for every AR on long shots, what I did was, so I put it on hardcore, put a sniper scope, and I left like ADS attachments just the way they were, because I mean, I use mostly ADS attachments for every setup that I use. So on hardcore, it's 1 to 2 shots. So I mean, those are my main tips for the ARs. Everything else is pretty self-explanatory. It won't take long. I mean, it'll take a while, of course, 125 headshots, but you're gonna get those as you're getting the rest. And same with crouch, you can kind of crouch. Actually, on like shipment, you can get crouch sliding around shooting. You'll get those relatively easily. SMGs. Okay, so in my opinion, there is not a bad SMG in this game. Now that being said, that's considering playing on hardcore. So for all of the SMGs, the whole sets of camos, I played hardcore, because I mean, they're OP, they're fast, and as long as you can get on target, you're usually gonna win. I mean, someone has an AR and you're not at an extreme long range where it's easy to get on target and stay on target, you're probably going to win the little gunfight right there. So really, my only tip for SMGs is play on hardcore, and of course take advantage of small map mosh pits. Shotguns. Okay, I would say when they had shipment 24/7, the shotguns, I played on hardcore, and I probably got platinum in, I think, 1 day, maybe a day, and then just a little bit the next day. I mean, you can long shot. So on hardcore, I think all of them, you can shoot someone from like one side to the other. Like, so that one is really actually easy. Shouldn't take you long at all. Now LMGs, I did last, but I did grind out all the camos again. Almost all of them I did regular, not hardcore, but small map mosh pits, and took a little bit of time, because I mean, the ADS is so slow, so you really got to pre-aim corners and work at it that way. You can't really rush and get all sweaty like you can with the MP5 or something. But as long as you pre-aim corners, I mean, you might catch a few people come around a corner and you can mow them all down, because you got, a large clip. But so for the only thing I did not do the I did long shots. I did put it on hardcore. Same thing. I put a sniper scope. A couple of them, surprisingly, were not one shot. You're thinking LMG, you know, a lot of power, but it would take 1 to 2 shots. But still, easy to do. Again, hardcore domination. Might get some people complaining that you're not really playing the objective. You can kind of play the objective, but hey, at the end you're gonna have Damascus, so who cares what they think. But I didn't really go for gold on any of the DLC weapons that you were not required to get for Damascus. And that's actually bring me on to another small tip. I'll talk to a lot of people while I'm in game, and they actually will try to work on those guns and say they're going for Damascus, but you do not have to get those guns gold to be able to get Damascus. So for the marksman rifles, okay, the Kar 98 and the MK2 carbine, I would recommend for the most part playing on regular. Now you can play, since you're on regular, you have hardpoint, which is going to be one of the best ones, because domination and hardpoint are very good. I don't recommend team deathmatch. The reason I don't recommend team deathmatch is because a lot of people will camp. They're just trying to get kills, not die, so they're just camping in corners in a building or something like that. So to kill them, you got to go looking for them, or it's a really boring game. Sometimes you have team deathmatch and the highest kills person on a team is 10 kills, and the time limit ran out. You know what I'm saying? So domination and hardpoint, you're pretty much going to be preying on objective players. So I mean, you can kind of play the objective a little bit if you want, but again, you're trying to grind Damascus right here, so that's your goal. And just keep going for it, because when you get it, man, I feel like I love every time I spawn into a game seeing my guns. But so the MK2 carbine, the Kar 98, I recommend running on normal, hardpoint, or domination. In fact, running the Kar 98, I prefer the Kar 98 much more than the MK2 carbine. Some people like the MK2 carbine because it's a little bit faster. You know, you don't have, because I run a sniper scope on them, but you're not gonna have the sniper scope at first. So actually, even on the small map mosh pit, like Shipment or Rust or something, it works really well. But it's also gonna teach you a good habit, which is aiming high, because if you hit below the chest, pretty much, you are going to most likely get a hit marker, and then you're probably going to die because they're going to kill you. So the whole point of the marksman rifles and the sniper rifles is to be quick enough to kill them in one shot where they can't kill you. You might even take a couple bullets, but you still kill them and you win the battle. So the EBR-14, this one I recommend actually playing on hardcore. It's a one shot, of course, on hardcore, and it's pretty much the same as using the FAL. I mean, it's a semi-automatic one shot kill really anywhere. You're not gonna, on hardcore, you're not gonna get any hit markers. You're gonna run through this one quick if you play it on hardcore. And for hardcore, I recommend domination or kill confirm, since there's no hardpoint. Sniper rifles, I definitely recommend playing regular for sniper rifles, because the thing about these, even the Dragunov, even though it's semi-automatic, you can still one-shot people with it if you, again, remember to aim high. Now the HDR and the AX50, you get a lot more slack. You can hit them in different spots and you're still going to kill them. For the Riot Shield, honestly, I recommend not even working on it. If it was me, I wouldn't even work on it unless there is shipment 24/7 and I do it on hardcore. Now the reason for that being is the maps are big. Now you could run it on like a Rust or a shoot house, but you're not going to get a lot of kills. And again, you're trying to be as efficient as possible. Now for this one, I am going to actually go ahead and run into a little private match real quick. We're going to get the Riot Shield. We're on hardcore. Now I have it on hardcore team deathmatch with a few bots, but mostly when you're doing the mosh pit, it's going to be a lot of domination, and I think they even have hardpoint when you're playing the mosh pit. So I'll show you my spots. There's actually two spots where I got most of the kills at. So right here in this corner. Now you're going to get a lot of people playing the objective / grinding camos, and those are the people you're going to prey on. Now, hey, this is going to be really boring. You're going to sit here just like this, waiting for someone to come out of that red Connex and run past you. Takes a while. Every once in a while you'll see somebody, and for this I put a thermite on. There's always, it's a bot, so he's just gonna keep trying to shoot at me. But if it was someone else, they would shoot at you and then they're gonna pause for a second while they think of a way they can try to kill you. Let me show you the other spot. Obviously is this one right here. You stand right here, wait for somebody to run by. You're on hardcore, so you only got to hit them once. You're gonna run out, hit them. get back. Run out, hit them, get back. Now, the reason I'm giving you this spot as well is because, see, I got one right there, of course, on these bots, but after you've been in there for a moment, they're going to know you're there, and then they're going to equip the thermite, and they're going to start shooting you with them. And be patient. There's so many times I got 2 kills, and then I know I needed one more, and I saw somebody, and I was like, man, I just need that one. So I went chasing after them, and while I was chasing after them, because they're running away, and again, you're slow with the Riot Shield. So while I was chasing after them, got shot by somebody else. Now, secondary weapons. Handguns. Listen. Hardcore. Small map mosh pit. I finished all the pistols in a few hours, maybe half a day, I would say. I mean, it takes no time at all. Now, if they don't have shipment, of course, it's going to maybe take a little bit longer playing Rust and Shoot House, but you will still get it really easy. It won't take you really long. Actually, in my previous video, I showed where I get the platinum pistols before this video. So it wasn't even long after I got platinum pistols. I still had launchers, LMGs. I think I still had shotguns. I still had a lot of things, and it didn't take me long to go from there to having Damascus. So as long as you follow these tips, I mean, you're gonna get it relatively quickly. Now, launchers. Ever since Ground War stopped allowing you to restock at your base, and I did not unlock it. I just unlocked it right here this past week, and the only one I had gold was the RPG. So I had to do the Pila, the Strela, and the Joker from level 1 to level 31, and then finish the camos all in this short period of time. So, and the way to do it is definitely going to be just equip one of them as your secondary. And as you're working on your other weapons, anytime you hear enemy UAV, enemy personal radar, enemy anything, you want to be on the lookout for that. It's going to be a grind. You only get 2 shots per life. So starting off, you're not going to actually do that. You're going to, as soon as you spawn in, try to switch over to your launcher, try to get some kills. If you end up using both and getting kills with it, great. Switch over back to your other weapon and do it. And that's just until you get the kills, enough kills to level it up, and you can start shooting other things down. First camo is kills, and I'm not sure, I'm not positive, but I think that's the only way to level it up at first. You may level it up shooting the other stuff down, but of course it's gonna be a lot faster just killing people around you. So the Pila is a pretty good one because it does lock on, so you can do UAVs, personal radars, counter UAVs really easily. So the Strela, now it took me a while, and I didn't think you could actually do it until I watched a video of someone else doing it. You can shoot down UAVs with the Strela. It's not easy, but you can do it. So what you do is you're gonna lead just a little bit in front of it and a little bit up. And it might take you a few times to get it down right, but you definitely can do it. And once you get it, you'll be able to do it almost every time you see a UAV, and that's gonna help you a lot because that's probably the most common thing that gets called. And then personal radars, and then counter UAVs. So for the launchers, the Joker, don't even get me started on the Joker. It's getting the kills actually is not that bad as long as you're playing an objective playlist where you have like domination where there's ABC, or hardpoint where there's a place you know that they're gonna be. You can lock on there, shoot it. It takes like 6-7 seconds before it gets there. But okay, so let's just look at this real quick. Gunsmith, camouflage. I believe it's this one. Destroy ground-based vehicles or kill streaks. Now this one did take me the longest, and it probably will you too, but it's not just ground-based vehicles or kill streaks. It's kind of misleading. Personal personal radars and counter UAVs work towards this camo splinter, and that's something I didn't know. And because I mean, how often you see a Wilson? I mean, you got to do it 75 times. If that's how long it was going to take you, it would take forever to get platinum on these. And like I said, I got the Strela, the Pila, and the Joker done in a matter of maybe 2 weeks, I think. Maybe a little less time than that. Just grinding on shipment. So every time you see and this is why I said also get kills first, because you're gonna want to shoot down personal UAVs, personal radars, counter UAVs. You're gonna want to shoot those down, but they're not gonna be counting towards this unless you leveled it up. So Go ahead and get kills and kills and kills and kills. You're going to be the annoying guy on the map shooting a rocket launcher every 2 seconds. People are going to complain, but again, at the end, you're going to have Damascus. They probably won't, and you're going to feel good. So most of these camos will overlap, and you'll get, let's say you'll shoot down one thing, it'll count towards multiple. The combat knife. Look, the combat knife, not hardcore. Just play it regular shipment mosh pit, and you will have this done in no time at all. Run around sliding and knifing people. You can put on what I did. I think I had double time on, and I had tune up, so that way I got dead silence often. So I was pretty much fast. I would jump around and knife, slide around and knife, zigzag side and side. You're gonna be pissing people off, because I know it pisses me off when I see somebody and I'm trying to shoot them and they just juked me out and knifed me, and I'm just sitting there dead. So that's gonna be mainly it for the tips on how to get Damascus. Now the last tip is, don't give up on it. It's annoying, it's frustrating, but like I said, I mean, every time I spawn in, I'm happy to see my weapons, and I love it. So